Hi, my name is Michael Griswold. Relationships really are the most important part of our lives. Most people would give any amount of money for that one true connection. That one person that they love passionately and feel loved and truly known by. If you've experienced that yourself, you don't need me to tell you because your own experience proves it to be true. You know for yourself how powerfully impactful that can be and how desperate and lonesome it can feel if you lose it. That's why in this video, I'm going to share with you the biggest trap that people fall into after they've had a connection like that, and then they break up. The thing that causes them to see their ex slip away forever and have to settle for second best. We'll get to that trap and how to avoid it in just a second. But first, don't pay any attention to the people who tell you that you should move on, that your ex is your ex for a reason, that there's other fish in the sea, and this general idea that trying to get back with someone that you love is pitiful. Well, in my view, what's pitiful is not standing up for what you love, not having the courage to try to get back with this person that you share such a connection with. Now, certainly, you don't spend the rest of your life longing for them at the detriment of your own happiness. But if there is an opportunity, if there is still a chance of getting back together, then you owe it to yourself and to your ex to try. And you'll know when it's time to stop trying. Until then, I commend you for the courage that it takes to do it. So what is the biggest trap that people fall into? Well, the biggest trap is thinking that by trying to solve their problems. You see, after a breakup, people think, well, it's our problems that cause us to break up. If we solve the problems, then everything will be fine. And while that sounds good on paper, it doesn't work in reality. You will never solve your problems by focusing on your problems. In fact, focusing on your problems will only push your ex farther away. And this is easy to understand if you take a step back from the situation and think about it. Imagine that I was going to come to you, and every time we were talking, I wanted to talk about what's wrong. Hey, I've been really feeling like things aren't really going well. What's going on? Wouldn't that just sap the life out of you? What's going on is not a problem. It's an infection that needs to be healed. It's a spell that needs to be broken. And that will never happen by focusing on problems. So what do? Instead, you remember how to feel good again. How to feel good so that you can share that goodness, that love with the person that you love. So often, problems stand in the way of having a real relationship. And that's all we focus on. Just put those to the side. They'll still be there. You'll always have them. You'll always have problems. Instead, focus on feeling good so that you can have something to give. And then by giving, making it safe for your ex to come back. I mean, isn't it intimidating to think of coming back into a relationship where all you're going to do is plow through these problems over and over? Nobody wants to do that. By feeling good and being loving, you then make it safe for your ex to come back. And they don't have to feel intimidated by these overwhelming problems that they don't know how to solve either. And by doing that, the third step is that you then make room for the passion, excitement, and overwhelming desire that's already there. That is what brought you together in the first place. You get to experience that. So the biggest trap that people fall into is focusing on their problems, trying to solve their problems. You will never solve your problems by focusing on them. And if you do solve a problem, there will be another one right behind it to take its place. Instead, remember how to feel good again. Remember how to be loving so that you can remove the obstacles out of the way, make it safe for your ex to come back, and then feel the reunion of that passion and desire and love, which you already know how to do. All we're doing in this video is getting this stuff out of the way so that you can make that happen. My name is Michael Griswold. For more tips and advice on how to recreate the relationship that you want with the person that you love and not have to settle for someone else, come join us at reunitedrelationships.com.